Okay, now moving on to worksheet number 2. If you open worksheet number 2, you will see some data presented over here. Makes no sense at all. So what's happening here is you have data here, which is basically information of an invoice, okay, but it has been poorly arranged. So first what we're going to do is we're going to arrange the data very neatly and make it look fit for purpose. We're going to make it look presentable, okay. So the first thing what we're going to do is we have the name of the company here, so it would be a good idea to merge this all the way from here to here. So select the data, merge and center. This is the main heading, it's the name of the company, so better make it stand out. You can middle align it, center align it, put a different color for it, okay, and make it twice or slightly bigger than the others. This is a kind of a subheading, so you can merge this all the way from here to here, merge and center, bold it, and make it slightly smaller than the heading. And over here we have the labels. What we can do is we can center, middle, we can bold these as well, we can underline them. Once again, you can see we have a problem with the columns. Now last time I showed you how you can keep the cursor over here. Once you get this symbol, you can pull and make the column bigger. Now what I'm going to show you is you can also come and double click here. When you double click here, automatically the size will be adjusted. Okay, so just look here, I'm going to keep the cursor here at C and just double click at C. And you see the column has auto fit. We call this auto fit. Exactly to how much space is needed, the column becomes bigger. Okay, so I can just double click on this also until the amount it's needed is made bigger. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be merging this. No, I can't merge this from here to here. Merge and center. Merge these two. Merge and center. Okay, so then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to also center align this data, center and middle this data. And what I'm going to do is wherever there is data, I'm going to be putting borders. Okay, wherever data comes, put borders. Select from here to here. Okay, this is the selection symbol. Borders. Here also data is going to be appearing. I'm going to put borders, and this is a kind of make it bold. You can use the shortcut key Control B. Then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to be finding the amount. Okay, so each unit costs 95 and we are buying 5, so we need to know the final price. So you know, simply these two values have to be multiplied by each other. So very simply what we can do is we can say equal. I told you every formula begins with the equal symbol. Equal this value, and you have to put the star symbol. Okay, in your keyboard Shift 8 will give you the star symbol. Okay, Shift 8, or even if you look at the number pad keys, you can see a star button. Put the star, which means multiply by this value. Okay, so C4 multiplied by D4. Press enter. So once again, we are not going to be typing the formula for each of these cells, since we are using the same formula and we only want the cell address to change. We are simply going to do a replication. Okay, so the same formula, if you look carefully over here, same formula is being used, only the cell address is changing. Same here. When we come over here, we are looking for the maximum price that is here, the highest price that is here. So here what we do is we type equal and we type max, open brackets, and we select our range. So we tell the computer basically inside this range, what is the maximum value. So just check, is it C4 to C8? Yes, close your brackets, enter. Over here we need to put the minimum price, so we type equal min, okay, open brackets, select your range from here to here, close brackets, enter. So you're not going to be typing the formula over here again. What you're going to be doing is replicate. Okay, so you can see over here the maximum price is 17, over here the minimum price is 5. Okay, then also what we need to understand is this is a currency amount. It states a price. This doesn't state a price, this states a price, and this also they're asking for maximum price, isn't it? So then we do not need to show these values. So what we can do is we can select these two, delete, and what we can do over here is we can make these cells blank. We can say no border. So then what happens is this side also loses its border. Just select these two and say all borders, then things will be back to normal. So that's done as well. And these are currency values, as I was telling you earlier. So what we can do is we can select these values, and if I want to also select this column. So what I do is I press the Control key. If I want to select them together, it's easy. But I want to select this and then select this. So then I have to press the control key. Press the control key. While pressing control, select these values. While pressing control, select these two values. And then you can come over here and say, make it a currency value. Okay. So immediately you see all of them are having the currency symbol in them. Okay. So that is the end of activity number 2. I'm going to click on save. And now let's moving on to activity number 3. Once again, a sales report. Information has been given to us, but poorly arranged, does not look fit for purpose at all. So I'm going to do it quite fast. So as usual, we merge the headings. You can see it's coming up to D. Yeah? Be very careful. The data is supposed to come up to column D. This information is coming out of this cell and coming on to E. It's not in E. See, if I select this E cell, look, there is no data inside it. All the data is inside D. It's overlapping and coming on to E. Okay, but it's not actually inside E. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be merging this from A to D, merge and center. Then obviously come and double click on this and make it big enough. Also what I'm going to do is make this big enough. Okay, and then this is the main heading, so bold it, put a different color, make it bigger. These are the labels, so center, middle, underline, bold. Maybe put some shading for them. Light gray color would look nice. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to center align all this data. Then put borders for where there is data. Okay, now a quick thing that I want to show you all is I don't want to keep this column very big. I want to make it small. So when I make it small, what happens is let's keep it somewhere up to here maybe. The information is not properly visible. The word total is not to be seen. So then what we can do is we can go for something which we call wrap text. So wrap text basically means it puts the information into multiple lines inside one cell. So look, I click on wrap text. Now you see what happens inside one cell. The information takes into multiple lines. So let me make it slightly bigger. Okay, so that N came up. Let me keep region wise also in one line. Make it slightly bigger. Now, that's it. Okay. Let's keep it like this, and over here I want to do the calculation. So over here I want addition of these two, so equal sum, open brackets, select these two values, close it, enter, and very simply pull it down. Over here the same thing, equal sum, open brackets, addition of these values, close it, enter. Okay, so that's the end of our first activity, which comes to formatting and basic functions. Now you are having so many quizzes to complete at this point, so please do start working on them. If you come to your document, if you come to your classroom, click on the back button, you have the first quiz over here. So when you click on view assignment, okay, you are supposed to be, you can simply create a new worksheet over here, or if you want you can create a new workbook even and do your work. It's up to you. You're supposed to be typing this data, okay, and then finding the total score, maximum score, minimum score, and the average score. Okay, do not forget, clearly they have said create Excel worksheet showing the image attached. Okay, make sure you follow the same formatting style. Okay, so make sure you follow the same formatting style. This 25, as you can see, it has come down into the next line. You can see the information here is all center aligned. Here it's left aligned. Okay, here it's bold. All that you can clearly see. Make sure you follow the same thing. And once you're done, okay, don't forget, double click on this. So view assignment. Once you're done, don't forget to upload your work. Okay, add or create, upload your work here, and then click on mark as done. Click the button mark as done. And then also don't forget you have some more assignments to go. Okay, in our next video we'll be looking at activity number 2, which is creating charts in Excel.